Nigel, good afternoon. Let's start with some good news. A bit of a boost for you, this. Well, a real boost. Ollie Clark's red card in the dying embers of the contest on Tuesday night at Bradford overturned this afternoon by the FA. Your reaction?
Yeah, we weren't surprised. We were pretty confident said after the game that we were going to appeal it, and having seen it back, it was innocuous and accidental and all those sorts of things. I wouldn't have thought it took very long for them to come to that decision, but it is a big boost because going into Saturday, all of a sudden without George Lapsley, George Marris, who picked up an injury, and Ollie Clark, who were our three first choice midfielders a few weeks ago, that would have put a big strain on the squad.
Did you get any feedback from the FA on the decision?
No, just Diane just let us know, the secretary, and just said no, it's been rescinded. But no, I think it was pretty obvious. You know, the only thing we weren't too well, we were aggrieved at the time until it got rescinded, but I don't think it affected the result of the game with 20 seconds to go or something like that. You know, I think if it happened after an hour, when we were 1-0 down and we chance of getting back into the game, then it would have been more important, but it's just a mistake. It's been rectified and is available.
Just how big a boost is this news? Because had Ollie Clark been out for the next 3 matches, well, starting with tomorrow at Barrow, you would have had surely to have embarked on a major reshaping of the midfield, or perhaps even the formation on the whole. Yeah,
we would. That's what we were looking at doing. Fortunately, we've still got Stephen Quinn and Jason Law who can play in there, and we've signed Keeton Ward on a contract until the end of the season as well, just to give us some cover in that area. Keaton's been here before, you know, before going off to Barnsley. He knows the setup, he knows the situation, and he's just going to give us a bit of cover. So we're delighted to have him on board just to help us out as well.
Was Keeton Ward, who was formerly here, as you say, and then went to Barnsley and then became a free agent in January, was he recommended to you by the academy here?
Yes, yeah, and said can he come in and train. He'd been training a little bit with them, and similar to the Jake Wright situation, you know, he's trained with the first team for the last few weeks, and he looks a nice little neat and tidy player, so it's good to have him on board and available, and especially with those sort of injuries in the midfield area at the moment.
Yeah, Keeton Ward was considered a good prospect here. What type of midfielder is he, Nigel?
I think he sort of puts his foot in a little bit, but he's sort of neat and tidy on the ball. I think he's a good player technically, and he certainly doesn't look out of place when he's training with the first team. So another one sort of similar to Jason Law, really. You know, a young player who needs to sort of find a home. And a team that will give him an opportunity, and he's got that till the end of the season with us.
Let's continue to speak about the players available or otherwise to you ahead of tomorrow's trip to Cumbria. George Marris went off in that 1-0 loss on Tuesday at Bradford. How long could you be without him?
We're thinking sort of similar to George Lapsley, probably. He's got whatever the grade, something on his groin, you know, he's had a scan, and we think it'd be about 3 weeks, something like that. He did it just chasing somebody down in the first 10 minutes of the game, which is a blow for us. It was a blow the other night because he's been as good as we've had player-wise in the last few weeks, creatively wise, and also breaking things up. So it's going to be a blow being without him.
And is George Lapsley any closer to a return?
Yeah, he's not far off. He's been stepping it up one-to-one with Tom, the physio, and doing some good sessions. Not actually joined in with the lads yet, but he's not far off.
And what about Stephen McLaughlin?
He's probably going to be about another few days a week. Probably won't make the weekend. The same as Ollie Sarkic. They just need that extra bit of time to make sure they're okay.
Barrow tomorrow. What are you preparing for?
A battle, first and foremost. I think we had them watched on Tuesday night against Harrogate, and they were very unlucky. I think they threw everything at Harrogate, and it was just a breakaway goal in the last few minutes. So that got Harrogate the victory. So I think we're going to have to defend better than we have done in our last 2 away games to get a result. We've shown we can do it because we did it against a very good side on Saturday at home to Morecambe. We got that 1-0 lead, and we looked after it, and they had one chance in the 91st minute. So we're capable of doing it. We've just got to cut out the silly errors.
Have you been satisfied recently on the whole with the performances?
Yeah, I think we have generally over the last three or 4 months. I think when we look back critically, I think the first half against Southend, we weren't at the races, as the saying goes, and then probably second half at Harrogate. Apart from that, I think our performances have been at a level to get results in most games. And the fact that we've lost so many games, or lost the few games that we have by the odd goal, suggests that. Nobody's creating loads of chances against us, having sort of 15 shots and things like that. We're just getting punished for the odd error that we're making.
Yeah, it's perhaps a pertinent point that when you have lost, overwhelmingly speaking, you have done so, as you say, by the odd goal. With that in mind, heading into tomorrow's match at Barrow, how important could that first goal be?
It's something that we're emphasising to the players all the time. If you can get that first goal, which is why we try and start games quickly and go on the attack, home and away. You know, we're half an inch, Jason Law, from getting us that first goal at Bradford the other night. We had situations at Harrogate in the first half at 0-0. If we can get ourselves in the lead, then it's a different game for us.
Where Barrow are in the table and where Mansfield are positioned in Sky Bet League 2, with that in mind, of course tomorrow you'll want to go there, and you will do, doubtless, heading for the victory. But is it as important as anything, Nigel, simply not to lose tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Don't lose. You know, every game we go to win, and it's another saying that we try and drum into the players. We're going to win every game, home and away, but if you can't win, don't lose. And that'll be the bottom line tomorrow. But we want to win the game. I don't think we're a team that can set up to say we want to go for a 0-0 and go for a point. I want us to be positive. I want us to go forward no matter what the situation is.
Best of luck.
Thank you.